Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. Wrong one. Dominican Republic. Uh, Little tank top here. So, this book is Steve Jobs. It's a biography, not an autobiography. So, it was written by this guy, Walter Isaacson. And Walter actually didn't pick, but Steve Jobs did what would be on the outside of the book, the cover, and the back as well. So, actually, a pretty nice cover right there. And this book is really, I mean, it's all about the life of Steve Jobs. Obviously, Steve Jobs was the guy who kind of founded Apple. He's one of the founders, and then just went in and out of Apple during his life. But you can read about that in the book. It tells you about all kinds of different quirks that Steve had. Tells you why he would get angry at some of his employees for certain things they did. Tells you why he had particular diets. Like sometimes he would go and just eat for weeks on end just straight apples or carrots or just one kind of food at a time. It tells you all about his ventures with Pixar and as well as Apple. And if you didn't know, yeah, Steve Jobs was involved in Pixar, creating movies like Toy Story and Finding Nemo and those kind of things, some of our favorites. It tells you what else? Why he was peculiar about furniture. He would buy just the most precise pieces of furniture to put in his house, and sometimes he just wouldn't buy furniture to put in his house. It tells you some about his religion and some of his beliefs. It tells you all those things, and what I believe is with the most accuracy of any other book or any other research done by anyone. So Walter Isaacson actually he probably had hundreds of interviews. He definitely interviewed Steve Jobs about 40 times. He interviewed Steve Jobs' wife, and so much accuracy because of all the different testimonies. And obviously, he did research outside of testimonies. Just a great read. It just gives you insight into the mind of what some would say. I would say he's a genius of sorts, and really gives you insight into his quirkiness, insight into where he's come from in life, and some insight as well just into the last final days of his life and just some of Steve's thoughts on that. So a great book. It's definitely a thicker read, and it's going to be a little more expensive. It looks like I didn't buy this book, but it is $35 even at the time I bought it, and I'll put a Amazon link down below. But let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if you've read Steve Jobs' book, what you thought of the book. If there was a star system, honestly, I'd probably give it a 4.5 to a 5 out of 5 stars. That's how good this book was. I really enjoyed it. It's a great read no matter where you are or who you are. So let me know what you thought of this book. Let me know what you thought of this video. And let me know if there's any books that you want me to read. You think were just awesome reads and you want me to check out and maybe even do a review.